All right, I'm gonna talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. I've been watching this show for the past couple seasons it's been on, and I am sorry. I'm so over. The show is not no. The people in the show are not logical. Some of them, mainly Tisha, mainly Mel, mainly Marceau, mainly Martell. I think Kimmy and um no, Kimmy is about the only one that got a piece of sense. So I'm gonna go over it. I'm gonna try to dip and slip between the couple weeks before up until now, but it's been the same. Like I understand again, COVID happened, so they're trying to make a show to get the money and all that kind of stuff, but it's just so we all know the blogs have been talking about Martell and Melody divorcing again after they just renewed their vows last year because Martell cheated again. But Melody allegedly, finally, maybe has said, I'm officially done because this has been happening for 5 years. I shouldn't be a doormat for 5 years. We just had a baby, and their other child, I believe, is like 4, and he's been cheating for 5 years. And they have 4 kids. The youngest being like not even 1 year old. The other one before that, maybe 4, maybe. So you've been cheating throughout this whole time and had babies on her. He's trying to combat her. I'm leaving you because you cheated on me with, well, you cheated first. Are we in the second grade? Like, you did, so I'm going to do it. And what your mama say? If you going to jump off a bridge, you going to jump too? Like, come on, Martell. Like, you sound like a 5-year-old. Admit you cheated. Move on. But now he can't lie because the woman, the mistress, Ariane, I think her name is has came out and she is pregnant. So Martell comes to Marceau. So last week the men, excuse me, went on a camping trip and Marceau never made it because he got into a car accident on the way. Now all these men are in the woods somewhere, probably up the street in Huntsville, but he decided to bring his Porsche or his drop top like coupe on a camping trip. And I'm like, and then you get into an accident. So we all know that Marceau, we believe, has cheated allegedly on his wife because Melody has alleged receipts. Marceau, a lot of his shit don't add up. Okay? Tisha is the only dummy that believe, my man has been faithful. He loved me. That's how she sound. So Marceau and Martell are talking. I'm just coming to check on you. Now Martell and Marceau had history. They wasn't speaking, but that's still his friend at the end of the day. He coming to check on him at his business. How you doing? Are you okay? I'm glad you made it out safely, which is a very nice thing to do and commendable, even when you're not speaking to your friend. So they talk about the 47 acres that they're trying to build a community where it's basically just black people in the community or just their friends and family. I kind of like the idea, but then I kind of don't because it's like anything I get into my house, anything I do at my house, something that happens in my house, everybody who's my family and friends will know about it. And sometimes you just want to come home and be at peace. And you want to just come home and say hey to your neighbors and walk in the house. You don't want to come home and then you got your cousin, your auntie, your grandma and them. Hey, babe, I see you just got home. And then they in your face. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's a pro and a con, depending on how far apart you guys live. So the 47 acres that they have tried to purchase or purchased, I believe, is now in limbo because the investors are like, we can't get involved with this under our name with your name attached because you going through this divorce. It looks bad on TV. The press looks bad, and no one's gonna buy into this community with your name attached to it. So Marceau was like, you have to figure your stuff out because now you created a problem for us and our money's tied up in this. But until your divorce comes through or you and Mel agree to disagree, we stuck. So Marceau basically said, Martell, you have to hit rock bottom before you can come up out of this and just let this go. Basically just sign, move on, and just let Melody go. Then Mama Holt and Melody, she comes to visit her, which is nice because some mamas would be like, my son is right, my son is right. Ain't nobody fucking with her. But they have a long history together. And she comes over to talk to her and check on the kids, which is very nice because they have 4 kids, 4 grandkids for, Martell's mom. So she was like, I'm tired of Martell running around town saying, I cheated, I cheated. And mom was like, well, did you? I mean, call thing a thing. If you did, you did. You didn't, you didn't. But she wanted to know. So she was like, no, I didn't cheat it. When I left Martell for about a few months, I was seeing somebody else. And that was only for three weeks. We didn't have sex or anything. I wouldn't have had to say all that, but And she was like, we were separated, planned with intentions on divorce. So I did not cheat on him. But Martell, being the child that he is, he has to make it seem like it's not just him, which is stupid because we all know clearly it's just you. But we're going to move on from that. Because he cheated for 5 years. That's a strong, hard sell for 5 years, cheating and having a whole other relationship with somebody else on his side and making it that easy. And you had 2 kids while you was in a relationship with somebody else. Something is wrong up here. Maybe not. Let me not say that. People can live double lives. This happens all the time. So I'm going to move on from that. And his mom tells Melody, he has a baby on the way. And I know, I'm going to have to love him the same way I love your kids and no different. And they're going to be together. So you're going to have to get past that. And she goes, oh, it's a boy? I didn't know that. And I was like, ooh. She done spilled the tea. So, I mean, it's a hurtful blow to hear that your husband has a baby on the way. But then when the mom is acknowledging it and then saying it's a boy, it's just like, damn. So then we go to Tisha and Marcel. I don't like Tisha. I'm going to say, I don't like Tisha. I don't like Marcel. I don't like them. I don't like them. Tisha is just stupid. She's trying to get her education together. She's trying to better herself. And Marceau is a male chauvinistic, filthy animal. Filthy animal. She comes to the job in these heels she cannot walk in with a nice little dress on. And she's like, oh, I have a surprise for you. And he's like, oh, I like what I see. He's complimenting her, which is very nice. Because husbands should always compliment their wives. She brings him to the parking lot because they're at the little, their cigar lounge. And she has one of those bubbles, built up for COVID. So the new thing was building these bubbles, and then you and your significant other can be in the bubble and have dinner and still be out and not inside. So something's being cooked for them. They go to the bubble and they're talking, and he's saying, she's saying, I just want you to know I love you and I'm supportive of you. And I know that I've been busy over the past couple of weeks and with COVID and the kids, you may not feel appreciated, but I want you to know I appreciate you, which is very commendable on Tisha. That is the only compliment I will ever give Tisha. Okay? Know it. Mark it down. So, and he's telling her, I know you're trying to reinvent yourself and try to become, somebody else. And you're trying to do these businesses. But no, I got this. I can take care of the family and you can be at home and do that thing. What thing? Because I'd have been, what thing? Like, he marginalizes everything she does. He wants her to be the housewife, the cook, the clean, and she is over it. She wants to build herself up and build a brand for herself, and he just does not want her to. He says, I want you to just step back and be the mother role and take care of the kids. I have a kid. I understand. You want to be home with them, to nurture them and to love them. But you, at some point, when do you detach and still, maybe she can still do that and do it part-time. But Marceau wants her to be this stay-at-home, Polly Pocket homemaker, and that's not who she wants to be. Let the bitch work. Let Tisha free. Tisha, blink. I can do this. Damn, it's so annoying because I hate men like that who just want their wife to be barefoot and pregnant, basically, and just stay the fuck home and cook, clean, iron, cook, clean. Like, how much can you do? The kids are like they're getting old. They're like 8, I think they are. Like 8 and maybe, let's say 6 and 8. I'm going to round off to the nearest 10. And then she tells him that she wants to go on a girls trip with Mel and the other girls. And she goes, Mel probably wants to work on a relationship, which I'm down for because I miss my friend. And he then flips that shit on her and says, the same energy you put in being her friend or not being her friend, put that in being a home wife, a stay-at-home wife. Dinner's over. Blow the candles out. I'm done. I'm done with him. I tried, but I can't. Then Mel and Martell do the drop-off. Now, Mel wants to live in Atlanta. Martell wants the kids to stay in, where the hell they live? Huntsville, Alabama. Mel has no problems going back and forth. He doesn't want that because he doesn't have control and he's not right there if something happens, whatever. I get it. Until the divorce is final, I feel like I should be in the same town. They have 1 week here, 1 week there. That's not conducive to a child's stable environment, in my opinion. Like, let them go to the same schools. Let them have the same friends. And the children are so young, it's just a lot of back and forth. And it's not conducive to a healthy mindset, in my opinion. So she drops the kids off. She puts the kids in his car. And she's like, all right, give Melania a bottle. That's the baby. And I'll talk to you later. Deuces. And she walks away. No, wait, Mel, wait. I got to talk to you. She's like, what? What's up? Like, what's the tea? What you want? And she's like, well, you want full custody and you're not going to get full custody because that only works if one parent is not capable. And I'm very capable of taking care of my kids. And he's like, well, no, I want my kids full time, yada, yada, yada. And he's still trying to go on because Martell is another chauvinist and he's very arrogant and a narcissist. And she goes, you know, Martell, I'm done. Feed Melania the bottle. I'm done. Deuces. See you later. And she goes, oh, yeah. And congrats on your baby. I heard it's a boy. Ooh. Mic drop. Mic drop. And he's like, how you going to leave like that? Just like this. And she gets in the car. He comes around the car. And she's like, bye, Martell. I'm not hearing you. Bye. And can somebody get Melody some new wigs? Like, I'm going to post a picture. No, I'm not. Because y'all seen the wigs. The braided blonde wig. Like, stop. It don't look cute. So then it's Jalen is Kimmy's son, who has graduated college, and Maurice. Maurice is pushing this young man to try to do what he does, try to do what he did. And it's like, stop. Please stop. This man just got out of college. He's trying to figure life out. He said he doesn't have a passion for anything right now. He doesn't want to be an entrepreneur like Maurice wants him to be. And I get it. You always want your children to be better, 10 times better than you, 100 times better than you, and to rise above anything so they don't have to ever worry about struggling or figuring life out. You want them to you want to hand them life and say, here's the roadmap, but you can't do that for every child. Every child is not the same. My son is the prime example. I wanted him to go to college, figure it out. Let's see how you like college life. If you don't like college life, okay, come back home, go to the military. But you know what? I put my hands back. I said, what do you want to do? And he's like, I don't know. I don't have a passion. My son said, Mom, I just don't like school. It's not for me. I don't want an office job. I don't want like a 9 to 5. And that's just not my thing. Okay, then what is your plan B? He wants the military. Where's my son right now? The military. He likes it a little. Some days he doesn't. But that's his journey, his path. Now, had I forced him to go to college and he hated just the same, and he'd be like, see, Mom, I'm in here because you told me to. And that's not what you want to hear. So he is learning his lesson because he chose his path. And that's what Maurice needs to do with Jalen. Let him find his way. And Kimmy keeps saying, I've been telling you this for the longest time. I don't know how you can't figure this out. And Jalen is like, I want to do it my way. And if in a year or two I haven't figured it out, then we can revisit the conversation. Thank you. And he's like, oh, okay, I get it. What didn't you get? They've been telling you this. Like, come on. Okay, last part. They go to the girls' trip, the Destiny Plan. They all arrive. They're drinking wine. You know, they have on like leggings and T-shirts and shorts and tops. And it's kind of cold because I don't know what's going on. Melody got a hoodie. Kimmy got on booty shorts and a tank top. I don't know what's happening with the weather. Teacher comes mad late. Oh, I had things to do with the kids. I'm sorry. And then she goes, oh, but the vibe is really off when I arrived. Fool, you arrived 4 hours late. They've been drinking and talking and conversating, and you've been sitting there, you know, with your kids, which is your right. But then don't get mad when shit look different. It looked different because it is different. Then they invite Destiny had some icebreaker games, which was Twister, and they played Twister. They was all having a good time, which was an amazing, because it's always good when girlfriends can have a good girlfriend time. And then they invite somebody named Miss Ayama, which Melody, that was her like life coach, shaman. She does healing issues or whatever. And Destiny felt that it would be a perfect opportunity for Mel and Tisha to get over their issues and anybody else in that group, but mainly Tisha and Mel. They have these cards and they have to give cards to each person to say what they feel and why they feel that way. Mel gives a card to Destiny. They, have a moment, and then Mel gives a card that says misunderstood to Tisha. The lady says, why did you give it to her? She goes, because I feel like we were in a good place and she is just misunderstood and I'm misunderstood because I don't know what happened, how we broke down to this point. And it's going well. Everybody's smiling. They're trying to, understand. And Tisha goes, well, I feel it's BS. Here we go with the bullshit. Somebody's trying to apologize. Somebody's trying to break the wall down. Somebody's trying to extend the olive branch, and you keep fucking at the thing. You keep fucking it up and fucking it up. If you don't want to be this girl's friend, say, Mel, I don't want to be your friend, and stop trying. Kimmy, Destiny, don't invite me to no events with her because it's not what happens. Now, our kids play together, so how's it going to work out? Just grow the fuck up, Tisha. You trying to be that girl. You're never going to be that girl in that group because they don't see you as such. Move on. Move the fuck on. Be her friend or don't, or try to agree to disagree or don't, or just stop coming to events so we can stop watching you make a fool out of yourself. Like any grown-ass woman would say, let's hash this out. Let's talk this out. Let's try to make this make sense. And maybe we can find out where the breakdown came. So then the woman says, well, why do you feel that she's, calling BS? Because Mel lied about my marriage, and Mel posted things on social media, and Mel said things that weren't true. Mel and Marceau went through a cheating. My husband never cheated on me. Yes, he did, girl. Yes, he did. He did. We all know he did. He know he did, but he's hiding it well. We may see it at some point, but I believe allegedly that what's the boy's name? Marceau cheated on Tisha, and she know, or if she don't know, she has an inkling, and she just want to hide it because she want to be Patty Perfect. But I'm going to be Patty LaBelle and say, wrong answer. So Mel keeps throwing out these random accusations like, I know your husband more than you do, or I know who he been with more than you do. I know this more than you do. If you know so much and you want to squash it, Mel, put the receipt out there. Put the receipts. Let me see. What it say? Because if you can't put the receipts out there, shut the fuck up and stop trying to mend the bridge. That's all I have to say about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Like, subscribe, and comment. Bye.